Let us talk about the scope of homeopathy or the prognosis in the treatment of alopecia areata, which is a patchy hair loss. Alopecia areata is an autoimmune disease in which the hair follicles are affected in such a way that there is loss of hair, which leads to patchy hair loss. My name is Dr. Rajesh Shah. I am heading Life Force Homeopathy, and we treat patients of alopecia as well as many other chronic diseases from across the world for the last about 3.5 decades. The experience shared here is based on the treatment of close to 500 plus cases of alopecia areata in children as well as in the adults. Alopecia areata is an autoimmune disease which often goes hand in hand with other autoimmune diseases in the patient or in the family, such as underactive thyroid or diabetes mellitus or some form of malignancy as well. The scope of improvement in alopecia areata using homeopathy is extremely high. In most cases, especially the cases which are of recent origin and not having very extensive alopecia, the response is very good and you can expect a significant recovery of and hair growth. The cases of alopecia which are having large patches and who have had long courses of corticosteroids or immunosuppressant medicine, they are more difficult to treat than the previous variety. The cases of alopecia areata which are also having early signs of alopecia totalis or alopecia universalis, whereby we see that there is a loss of hair on the eyebrows, eyelashes, and also hair loss on other parts of the body such as arms, legs, chest, hands, etc. These are the patients who are probably heading towards alopecia totalis or universalis. This variety is extremely difficult to treat, and possibly we can slow down the further disease process, further deterioration. We may not be able to bring hair back on this extensive cases or cases which are heading towards alopecia totalis or universalis. Patients who have taken lot of corticosteroids or those who have taken injectable steroids on the patches of alopecia areata, they pose more difficulty in treatment when you treat them with homeopathic medicines. Associated conditions, as I mentioned, such as underactive thyroid or vitiligo, they also need to be treated simultaneously. If untreated, then the success of getting recovery in alopecia also is likely to be compromised or delayed. So we have to see in totality, and based on that, the medicines are determined in homeopathy. Is homeopathy recommended for alopecia areata? Yes, homeopathy is strongly recommended, and I would say it is recommended more in the early cases, not as a last resort, as I always say. Earlier the better. So as soon as one develops some couple of patches of alopecia areata, you should try to exercise homeopathy, try to use homeopathy as the first choice of treatment. Otherwise, one ends up making it more complex and complicated subsequently with the use of repeated doses of corticosteroids. How much time does it take to get recovered? Well, it again depends on the severity, its causes and extent, and the previous use of medications. So by and large, around 8 months to couple of years is a regular timeline for the treatment of alopecia in most cases. I hope this video helps the general public as well as the medical practitioners and the students. Thank you so much.